Hello, and welcome to the Workforce Retention Grant Overview presentation. During this presentation, we will provide a grant overview and we will go over the following: Component A and Component B of the grant, program and staff eligibility, the application process, award amounts, eligible expenses, as well as payments and expense reporting. On May 31st, 2023, Governor Hochul announced a $500 million investment in the fiscal year 2024 budget to bolster New York's child care workforce through the Workforce Retention Grant Program. Funding for the program will support up to 150,000 child care workers and can be used to provide bonus payments to staff in caregiving roles, as well as to recruit new staff, offer sign-on and referral bonuses, and more. The Workforce Retention Grant is one grant comprised of two components. Only eligible child care programs can apply for the grant. Individual staff cannot apply. Applicants who are awarded will receive one grant, both components, and must comply with all grant terms and eligible expense types for each component. Component A is staff retention bonuses. Programs will request on behalf of all existing eligible staff. The entirety of the bonus amount must be passed on to the staff who remain eligible at the time of payment. Component B is staff recruitment expenses and payroll tax assistance. For staff recruitment expenses, programs will receive funds to pay for expenses related to recruiting and hiring new staff. Recruitment funds may also be used to pay longevity bonuses to existing staff who have been with the program 6 months or more. Payroll tax assistance will be used by programs to offset employer taxes incurred while issuing bonus payments to their staff or recruitment expenses paid. Receipt of a bonus will not result in reduction of public assistance benefits that staff receive or apply for. The following modalities can apply for this grant: school-age child care programs, daycare centers, family daycare homes, group family daycare homes, small daycare centers, New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene permitted Article 47 group daycare centers. Programs are eligible to apply if they meet the following requirements. The facility is in good standing, meaning they are licensed, registered, permitted, they are in a payable status not on a fiscal sanctions list, and not subject to enforcement. Programs must also have at least one child in care who is not related to the provider or their employees on the day of application and on dates of future disbursements. Programs must be currently operating. School-age child care programs will be eligible if not operating due to a planned school break as long as they anticipate serving at least one child on the first full week of school instruction, but no later than September 20th, 2023, and had at least one current staff that will resume their position. Programs must also attest to accept families receiving funding through the Child Care Assistance Program to be eligible for the grant. To be eligible for a staff retention bonus, staff must be employed at the physical location, have an active child care role, have worked an average of 15 hours per week at minimum between January 1st, 2023 and June 26, 2023. Staff working at a school-age child care program must have worked an average of 10 hours per week at minimum between January 1st, 2023 and June 26, 2023, and staff must also have been fingerprinted and have completed necessary background information documents for at least provisional employment, if applicable, on or before June 26, 2023. Eligible staff must meet all these requirements on the date of application and upon the applicant program's disbursement of grant funds. Providers will apply using the existing Child Care Grant Application Portal, linked from the Office of Children and Family Services Division of Child Care Services Workforce Supports website using their ny.gov ID. The application will be available in 12 languages. Applications will be accepted from July 26, 2023 through September 15, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The award amounts for staff retention and payroll tax assistance are based on the program type and the number of eligible staff in the OCFS and DOHMH databases. Total funds for each child care program will be determined by multiplying the number of eligible staff by the appropriate per staff award amount. Staff recruitment awards are a single payment based on program type. This table shows the award amounts based on program type. Staff retention awards must be paid directly to the eligible staff in full, and the amount must be equal to the per staff amount listed in the table. Grants cannot be used to reduce or supplant any portion of wages otherwise due to a person under applicable law, including the wage parity law or the labor law, or a collective bargaining agreement. Eligible expenses for the Workforce Retention Grant include the following. For Component A, staff retention bonuses, the entire grant payment must go directly to eligible staff within 90 days of receipt of the funds. For payroll tax assistance from Component B, this can be used by programs to cover payroll taxes incurred while issuing bonus payments to their staff or recruitment expenses paid. For staff recruitment from Component B, eligible expenses include, but are not limited to the following. Provide recruitment sign-on bonuses for new staff who began after issuance date and are not eligible for the Workforce Retention Grant payments. Provide referral incentives for existing staff who recruit new staff. Pay for advertisement and marketing costs for staff vacancies. Pay for new staff benefit package costs. Pay for or reimburse costs for new staff medical, criminal, and child abuse clearances. Pay for staffing agency services. Pay a bonus for staff in a non-caregiving role who are recruited to a caregiving role. Pay a bonus for part-time staff who take on additional hours or a full-time role. Pay a longevity bonus to existing staff who have been with the program 6 months or more. Grant payment and expense reporting. The Workforce Retention Grant consists of 2 payments. One payment for the Workforce Retention Grant, which will be paid within 30 days after application is approved. The other payment for payroll tax assistance and recruitment will be paid within 30 days of completion of the first expense report. A minimum of 2 expense reports must be filled out by programs. The first expense report will be available 30 days after the first payment is made. Once this is submitted, the second payment will be processed. The second expense report will be available 30 days after the second payment is made. Additional expense reports may be required if needed for federal reporting purposes. For more information on this grant opportunity, please visit ocfs.ny.gov/cc-workforce-grant. Thank you and have a wonderful day.